guys, welcome to my channel. So today I have for you a packing video for the JuJuBe Be Zealous in the platform 9 3/4 print, which is JuJuBe's newest Harry Potter release. This bag released on April 16th, so a little over a week ago, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got this teal colorway with some red, almost raspberry looking trains, and the detail on this bag is fantastic. You have your zipper pulls over here. This is platform 9 3/4, and it looks like the front of the Hogwarts Express. And then on the back side of this, you have your Harry Potter JuJuBe logo. And then you also have in some select bags this Hegwig zipper pull, and it is white with a silver trim. And then you have your Harry Potter logo here in the front of the bag, and it is a teal color that matches the deepest blue of the bag. So I have this bag packed up as an everyday around town sort of thing for my two kids. I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 15-month-old son. So a lot of the stuff that I have in here is actually for my son, although I do have some things for my daughter as well. So in the front of the bag here, you have a zipper that opens all along the front, and it is a pretty flat zipper, and it goes all the way down. And then here you have your mommy pocket, and here's actually the lining of this bag. If you can see, it is a very light yellow in this brick design, and it's got some trunks and some daily profits, and it says platform 9 3/4. So then in the interior here, you have two pockets. You have a zipper, an interior zipper that's also very flat, and you have your elasticized keyfob as well. The zipper pulls, or the zippers on this bag, are very, very smooth. I've been opening and closing this bag ever since I got it, trying to figure out how I was going to pack it, and they're just very, very smooth. So in here you have your main compartment, and it opens all the way down the bag here, and it actually has gussets. So this bag is gusseted, unlike the BRB, for those of you that are familiar with it, which just kind of opens up flat all the way. Now I will be comparing this bag a lot with the BRB. It is, I think, very comparable. It's similar in size. It's a little lighter in weight, and it is a slightly cheaper price point than the BRB. So on the side here, you have two bottle pockets on either side. Now these bottle pockets are not elasticized like the BRB, so they are a little tighter, but I think they're just as deep, and even without that elastic, things fit in here pretty well, but you wouldn't be able to fit a very thick bottle here. And then you have your two D-rings as well that you can hang, the bag. You can hang posse pads like I have on this side here, or you can hang this bag from a stroller as well. And then in the back, you have your padded backpack straps, and this is a very nice change that they've made to the Zealous backpacks. The original Zealous, which I believe was in the Flying Keys, had thinner backpack straps. They weren't padded, and they just looked like regular backpack straps, whereas these are like the BRB, that they're padded and they mesh, so they're a lot nicer and more comfortable to wear. And then in the back here, you just have the print. There is no mesh in the back of this backpack, but it is a padded back as well. And then the bottom of the bag here is a lot softer than the original, so it doesn't dig in as much into your back as the original Zealous. It's a padded bottom, similar to the back of the bag, but again, it's not hard, so there's a lot more give up here. Now, just to note, this bag does not have luggage feet, unlike the BRB or the Be Prepared, the Be Supplied. Those bags have luggage feet on them to protect the bottom of the bag from the floor. This bag does not have that. And then up here you have your grab handle in a seatbelt material, which is also the same as the bottom of the straps here. And it's in this gorgeous deep teal color that matches the bag. And then up here you have another zipper, and it opens up, again, very, very similar to the BRB. It is a deep, wide pocket, and it is actually your feltline pocket. So this would be your tech pocket in this bag. And, you know, its purpose is for, you know, keeping your phones or some other things that you wouldn't want to get scratched. That's a perfect place for them. And in the zipper also, you will see that there's another of the special headwig pulls, which are incredibly cute. So I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll show you guys how I have this packed. Again, I have it packed for kind of an all day around town. I am a heavy packer. I like to have things on hand because I find that whenever I don't have things, that's when I always need them. So I like to keep a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily use on a day-to-day in my bag, but that I have in the past needed. And I've consolidated as I've learned, you know, with my daughter. She's 5 years old, so, you know, through the years I've kind of learned what I need and don't need. And so I have this as minimally packed as I prefer it, and it is still pretty heavy, but this bag holds a ton, as you guys will see. So in this front pocket here, I have a coin purse, and this is in the Hello Bakery print from JuJuBe. Now, I like to keep coin purses in this front pocket because coin purses tend to pack a little flatter just due to their space. They still hold a ton, but they just tend to be flatter, and so because this pocket is flat, I like to put coin purses in here vertically just to maximize the space and not have this bulk out too much. So in here, I have this as a little pouch for my daughter and I. My daughter is very, very girly, and so I have lipsticks in here, and I actually have one for her as well. So the first thing I have is a Burt's Bees lip balm. We live up north, and so it tends to get very dry, and especially in the winter, this is essential for us to have. I have a MAC lipstick in just a neutral color for me. And I also have a MAC lip gloss in a dark pink for me as well, and I like to layer both of these together. And then I have a similar lip gloss for my daughter in a very, very light pink. Again, she's super, super girly, and so this makes her feel like she's matching with mommy. And every time I paint my lips, she's got to paint her lips too. So this pouch is, you know, for us, is a very, very girly print, and it's just super cute. So, you know, this is for us. And I also have in here a white pouch mini. I like to label my white pouches. I have a ton of them all over the place, and I have different wipes for different things. Some are plain wipes, some are flushable wipes, there's boogie wipes, there's antibacterial wipes. So I just like to label them because some of my white pouches are exactly the same. Like this came in a 2-pack, and so I know that this one has the boogie wipes, and so I just put a tape on it and I just label it with a Sharpie what they are. So I like to keep this on here. We just got done with the winter season, so these were a must, and I just have them up here in the very front pocket where it's very accessible. And you guys can see this slips in and out of here really easily, and even up top here there's some space to kind of pack up. And so whatever you pack in here doesn't necessarily have to be just this size. You can kind of pack up into here. You have probably another 1 to 1.5 inches of space up here. And I could actually in this pocket fit another coin purse in here. I don't currently have one, but sometimes I have another coin purse with like hair ties or stuff like that. very, very easily to fit in this pocket. So in the mommy pocket, I have some of my more essential stuff that's for me. I like to have the things that I regularly grab for myself in this pocket. So the first thing I have is a small set piece in the Flying Keys print. I have this currently as my wallet. So I have in here a Be Charged in the Nantucket print. I love the Be Charged. I used to pack a ton of credit cards and other different cards, and so I've consolidated to kind of what I need. The Nantucket blue is a little different from the Flying Keys, which is also different from the platform blue, but I love the Nantucket. I think it matches with a bunch of stuff. It's a very classic, neat print. So in here I have my license, my bank card, my Costco card, which I love Costco, and then just my local grocer's card. And then in the middle here, I like to keep my gift cards, or account cards that aren't necessarily a one-time use, but I will keep recurring. So we have things like Menchie's and Panera, and just kind of account cards that aren't, you know, actual money, credit, or debit cards. Then I also have a coin purse in the matching Flying Keys, and I use this for cash and spare change. I don't have any spare change in here, but I do have cash right now. And then I also have some loose papers, like we really like Culver's, so we have Culver's coupons, and then our insurance cards, my kids' vaccine cards. And I actually like to keep the coin purse in between the loose stuff and my Be Charged, and it creates a really nice sort of barrier in there, and so I can kind of find things a lot easier. And this small set piece is very, very large. It holds a ton of stuff. You can see the zipper here opens at the top, and it's got a small D-ring here for you to clip your, you know, straps to it. But then on the other side, it opens down. You can see it starts here and then it ends here. So it's a little further down on this side, and they just open up so wide. So they fit a lot more in here than you would initially think from just seeing it. And then here I have another coin purse in the Cheering Charms print, also from Harry Potter. And in here, I like to keep sort of miscellaneous quick things for me that I would need. So I have a, actually, I got this as a joke for joking around with my husband, but I haven't used it yet. So we'll see how it goes. But it's one of those potpourri sprays. And it is just in a small travel size, which fits very, very nicely in here. Then I also have some plackers, which my husband's always asking me for plackers, so I like to have a bunch of them on hand. And I have some gum in there as well. And there is rooms to spare, so you can kind of see that spray bottle sits here at the bottom, so there's space for more things in this coin purse. Then I also have a tissue pack, and I got this at Bye Bye Baby, and I think it was like 99 cents, and it's really nice because they're very compact and they have cute little designs on them, but they kind of just open up, and then you got your tissues here on either side. Again, we just got done with winter, so these came in very, very handy for stuffy and runny noses, both for myself and my kiddos. And then here on the side, I have a Baby Ganic's alcohol-free hand sanitizer, and I really, really like this product. It's alcohol-free, so I like to use this for my son, who is 15 months old. You know, he puts his hands in his mouth all the time, so I like to have something that's alcohol-free for that, or sometimes I'll wipe his toys with this as well. Anything that he'll put in his mouth, I try and clean with this, because it's still, you know, sanitizing, and it has, you know, antibacterial in the ingredients, but it doesn't have alcohol. And so for him, I like to use this a little more. And then here in the Elasticized Keyfob, I actually do keep my keys here when I am out and about. I'm at home right now, so I don't have them clipped in, but I usually just put my keys in and then just kind of let it hang here in the front. And there is a ton of space here in the front. You probably have another half an inch of space where you can put something here in the front of the bag. I kind of just usually just let my keys hang in there. And then in this zipper pocket, I have a pen. I always like to have a pen with me. I like to handwrite things, and so, you know, if I'm writing a note or something in my planner, I like to have a pen. Even when I'm writing a check, if I'm going to stop by the bank, sometimes I have to, you know, the deposit slips or something like that, I like to have this on hand always. And then in here, the only other thing I have is a clip-up. This thing is amazing. I got it on Amazon. This is a clip-up 2, and it holds a ton of weight, and the purpose of this is to, you know, hook your bags maybe here, like to the grab handle of the bag, and it'll just hang from whatever ledge, corner table, bathroom stall, and that way you don't have to put your bag, especially this one that doesn't have the luggage feet, I don't have to put my bag on the dirty floor. And so this thing is awesome. They have them in a bunch of different colors and finishes. You know, they have it in black. I tend to carry a lot of gold hardware bags, even though this is silver right now. And so I ended up just buying it in the gold. And I've seen a lot of people, even if you don't want to put it in your bag, you can just use it as a bracelet. And so it's just a really, really handy thing to have. It's very, very sturdy, and it holds a ton of weight. It would hold everything that I have in this bag, which, as you will see, is quite a bit. So that's it for the mommy pocket. And then up here in this zip pocket, I actually don't have my phone in this. This pocket is really big, and so I wanted to utilize the space for something a little different. My phone, if I were to keep it in my bag, I would probably just put it here in this front pocket, or this front space here, or I would just keep it in my back pocket of my pants. So in this pocket here, I have a burp cloth for my son, in case he has any kind of spit ups or spills something. And then I also have a medium set piece in the Flying Keys print. And as you guys can see, this pocket here is where the medium set piece ends, where my finger is, and that's where the zipper starts. So you have about, you know, probably 1.5 inches to 2 inches left of space. I tried to put a large set piece in here, and it did close. It was just a little bit of a tighter fit, and you had to kind of push the zipper of the large set piece down a little bit in order to get this to close, but it did fit. So in this medium set piece, I have this kind of as a restaurant needs pouch for us. And so I have 2 food pouches in here. I have in a little Ziploc, and I like to keep these in Ziplocs because sometimes I'll have one of them that's open because my son won't finish it all, and I don't like it to go stale, and so I put it in the Ziploc bag. He usually doesn't go more than a day without eating these, so they wouldn't stay open for very long. These are little rice rusks, and they're just like little teether cookies, and they come in little packs of 2s, and I got these at Walmart. They're just Walmart brand. I think Gerber makes them as well in different flavors, and they're super, super yummy for him. They keep him entertained for a long time, so I always have these on hand. And I only have 2 in here now, but I've carried up to 4 in this set piece, along with the 2 food pouches, and it fits just fine, along with everything else that you'll see I have in here. So then I also have 3 disposable bibs, and these are just like little fabric bibs, and they have a Velcro here in the front, and then they have little pocket here where you can kind of fold this down and it's like a food catcher. So these are really, really nice because they're disposables, right? So I can just, if he gets one of them dirty, I can just toss it and be on my way. I usually also sometimes keep an actual wipeable, kind of like the Be Neat fabrics in here, but I don't have it in here right now. I actually have it washed. But if I don't have that one, these are great because, you know, you can just put these on the go and then toss them and be on your way. Then I also have two also disposable placemats. And again, these are really, really nice. I like to, you know, whenever we go out to eat and I sit him in his high chair, I like to wipe the table clean with some sanitizing spray. And then I also like to put this on top. These have like a little tape right here, so you can actually glue it to the table. And it's really cute. It's like a Mickey placemat. And it's got stick up here and then at the bottom. And then, you know, it's got, you know, things to count and just things to catch his attention. And it's just another barrier in between him and the table. And then I also have two more placards, or actually I have more than that. I have like 4 more placards in here because again, my husband's always asking me for them, and so this is our restaurant needs bag, and so I know that they're just up here in the top of the bag, just very easy to grab. And then I also have a, so this is actually a sunglasses case. I got this on Amazon, but I got it for a utensil holder because it's very, very soft. It's just like this little cloth cover, and it's very, very light, but it's also a little bit stretchy. And I thought it was, you know, apt. It's got like little strawberries and popsicles and what have you. So it's food themed. And I just have our utensils in here. I have, I think, two Menchie's spoons for my daughter. And I have 3 spoons for my son. I like to have multiples of these in case they drop it on the floor, and then I can just grab out another one, and then I can worry about cleaning the one that fell on the floor later. Then lastly, I have in here several of the Baby Ganic's alcohol-free sanitizing wipes. So like I said, I'll clean the table with these, or his hands, or you know, sometimes I'll even clean, I use it also for cleaning the spoon after they're done eating if I don't have access to water. That's all I have in this set piece, and you can see just how wide and big this set piece opens up. This thing holds so much, and it fits very, very comfortably in that top pocket. So here on the side, just to show you really quick, I have a water bottle, and these are like the Swell bottles. It is a similar look and similar capacity. I believe this is a 17 ounce or 20 ounce bottle, and it fits very, very comfortably in here. I wouldn't fit anything much bigger than this, but this bottle slides in and out very, very nicely from here. And you can see it's got really good depth. So here's the bottle, and it comes up all the way, almost, you know, probably 3/4 of the way up. Going on to the main compartment of the bag, I like to open my bag just up until the bottle holders on the side of the bag. This fabric is like the, you know, regular JuJuBe fabric. It's laminated. It's a little sturdier, but it's also thin enough that it can just flap open like this. Here's a good view of the interior lining of the bag. See if I can get this really light yellow color. So anyway, I like to open it up to kind of halfway there, and I can just easily get everything that I need to get from the bag. for the purposes of showing you guys everything a little better, I'll open it all the way. And again, here are the gussets on the side of the bag. So it zips all the way down. Here's the zipper, but you do have your gussets here. So this bag here has 2 mesh pockets here. It's got 2 more in the back along with a pocket. So once it's a little emptier, I will show you guys what the interior of this part of the bag looks like. So up here at the top, I have just a light jacket for my son. This is a 12-month size jacket, and I just kind of keep it up here in the top. I sometimes also have my daughter's iPad in here. She's got an iPad mini, and it fits just flat here against the front flap of the bag very, very comfortably, and I can still close the bag with no strain on the zippers whatsoever. So this is his jacket here. In the back, I have, this is also similar to the BRB. It's got 2 elastic straps, and this is just the pocket, the top pocket up here. This is just the interior part of it. It's a fantastic spot for a wide pouch 30 in the, I believe, nautical print. And I have, as you can see there, I have just plain wipes in these. This is a great spot to put your wipes in because, you know, I can open the bag and then they're right there. I just have access to them. You know, also some people put, you know, a medium set piece or even a large set piece will go really comfortably here as well. Just keep in mind that a large set piece may bulk out a little more, and so keep that in mind for the internal organization of your bag inside. It's going to take up a little bit of space. So in the front mesh pocket here, I have a Bumpkins pouch in a Nintendo print. This is for my son, and I thought it was really, really cute. And on the other side, it's a clear pouch, and so you can see what's in it. And I have little toys and teethers in here for him, and I also have a passy clip, and I use this actually for his toys to kind of clip it to him, that way he doesn't launch the toy across the room. This is really, really nice pouch. I don't like to use these too often. They're very comparable in size to the medium set piece, but they don't open nearly as wide, and so I wouldn't be able, for example, the restaurant needs that I had in here would no way fit in this pouch. But for tiny little things like this, they work great. And sometimes I'll even just give the pouch to him as a toy because he can see everything inside, and this guy has fun stuff as well. It keeps him entertained long enough for me to finish what I'm doing. So I have this just in this mesh pocket here in the front, and you can see I have it all the way down, and so the elastic reaches almost all the way. So you can tell how a medium set piece would fit in this zipper pocket, in this mesh pocket, the same way. So then in the other mesh pocket, I have a custom piece in the Flying Keys print. And this is a custom piece made. I got it on Facebook from one of the ladies. And it's got a zipper here, a D-ring here so that you can, you know, clip a strap to it or whatever. But I use this as a med kit for my kids. So in here I have a nail clipper. I have a travel size, or I'm sorry, a sample sized sunscreen from Baby Ganic, and I love this. I have another bigger Baby Ganic one that come summertime I'll put in the bag somewhere, probably in here. It's just a little bigger than this. Then I also have, and this can be folded back so you can kind of see, you know, it's clear on the front so you can see what you have, and then also on the upside here. So I have some Afterbite, I have a Tide to Go pen, I have Neosporin, I have hydrocortisone. My daughter's been having a little bit of eczema lately, and so I like to keep this on hand because she's been very itchy, and this is what she was prescribed to put on her arms. And then I have a couple of fun cartoon print Band-Aids in here. I also have a Lysol To Go Spray, and then I have a Febreze fabric spray as well. And I love to have this in here because sometimes if my son has a spit up accident, his clothes will not smell very nice at all. And this is nice because I can spray it on there and just kind of get rid of that throw up smell until I can get home and throw stuff in the laundry. So I'm going to skip to what I have in the back here, and then I'll get to these two things that I have in the main compartment. So there's a large pocket back here, and I have a large set piece in the Flying Keys print. And I have this pouch as a mommy needs. So this is my stuff in here. And I have it in the back because I don't take it out too often. I'm mostly digging in my diaper bag for my kids, but I do need to have this in here because every once in a while I will need whatever's in here. So I have in here, you can kind of see, here in the corner I have a deodorant for me, and you can see it fits really well just standing up there in the large set piece. It's just a regular size deodorant. I have another custom set piece in the Cheering Charms print, and this is my stuff, so I like to keep them separate. And the kids stuff, as you can see, is a little bigger than this Cheering Charms one. So in here I have an EOS lotion. For me, I have some earplugs, I have some cough drops, I have a couple of Tums, chewable Tums in here. I have Band-Aids, I have a travel size nail file, contacts case. I like to have this because I wear glasses and contacts, and a lot of times when I'm out and about I have my contacts in, and I will bring my glasses and just leave them in the car. But sometimes if I get something in my eye and I need to get my contacts off, I like to have this in here because the contact, when you take them off, they have to be put in water. So I have this in here already pre-filled with saline solution. And so if ever I have some issue where I need to take my contacts out when I'm out and about on the road, I have a place to put them in here. So I also have down here some nail clippers, and they're very small travel size. And then I have some pads and panty liners in the back. And I also have, I'll take these out to show you because I think they're really cool. I got these on Amazon, and they're actually travel scissors, and they fold up, they fold up really compact. And so they open up like this. And this is great to have on hand because I've lost track of the amount of times that my daughter's asked me to cut. Sometimes she'll bring a new toy that has the tag still on it and she needs me to cut it, or she's got a string from her clothes, and so it's nice to have this on hand for any kind of those little needs. Then I also have in here a washcloth for me, and then I have a pack of feminine wipes as well tucked in the back. Then I also have, I have a little bit of asthma. I'm actually not quite sure what it is that it is. It could be also bronchitis, but anyway, this was prescribed to me. It's an inhaler. I barely ever use it, but I do like to have it with me. It's just one of those things where, you'll probably need it when you don't have it. So I like to have it in here, and it just, fits really nicely here on the edge of this bag. So, and then lastly, I have a small little piece with a leave inside. Now, I got this at Target, and it's actually for makeup, and I just got it in their travel section, but it fits. It's really nice for medicine because I don't like to carry the whole bottle in there. And so I just put a little bit of, what I need in here, and then I just have it here and on the side. And I get tension headaches a lot, so I always need to have a leave with me because it's the only thing that works. So then here next to the large set piece in the back, I have a medium set piece in the Hogwarts Essentials print. And this is a med kit specifically for my son. So my son was preemie and he was in the NICU for a little under a month, and he was intubated. He had some breathing issues and it's developed into asthma. So I like to go with this out wherever we go. He has been really good lately and hasn't had any kind of flare-ups, but I do still like to take this with me in case he has you know, some kind of wheezing or stuff while we're out and about. So in here I actually have, so this is the medium set piece, and I have a small set piece inside of the medium set piece, and you can see how that fits in there. So in this small set piece, I have a Nose Frida Boogie Suck for him. I have some saline drops. This is like the saline mist for the older kiddos, but as a baby, it's a little rough for him, so these drops work really, really well. And I will put these on before suctioning him with this. And then I also have a couple more. Actually, I just have one in here, but I like to keep 2 to 3 of them in here, of the alcohol-free sanitizing wipes from Baby Ganic in here as well, because if we're out and about and I don't have access to water, I like to wipe when you suction him, a lot of the secretions and the boogies will stay here in the tip, and so I like to clean it with this before putting it back in here until I get home and, you know, can rinse it off with water. So in the rest of this, I have some of his asthma medicine. I have a couple of face masks. So then in here I also have a asthma chamber with his, and I kind of have it put apart, and then I also have his inhaler as well with the albuterol in case he needs it. Then in the main compartment here of the bag, I have a medium Be Organized piece in the Duchess print, and in this I actually keep a change of clothes for my son and my daughter. I love these because they're soft and they're moldable, but they hold so much. These things are like magic, and it's just like a little packing cube. But you know, it's soft, so you can kind of just push it in there and kind of squeeze it and to fit your space. Although in here, along with this Diaper, it has plenty of wiggle room on each side, even with stuff in the bottle pockets. So in this piece, I have, and you can see it's mesh on the bottom and the top, and then it's got the fabric with the print all along the sides. So I have, in here, I have 2 onesies, long sleeve onesies in size 12 month for my son. I have a pair of 12 months fleece pants, so they're a little thick for my son as well. Then I have 2 pairs of socks for him, a pair of socks for my daughter, and I also have a size 5 fleece pants for my daughter, along with 2 undies for her. And then the last thing I have in here is a Be Dapper in the platform and 3/4 matching print. I have this bag packed as a potty needs bag. The Be Dapper has the zipper pull here with the Hogwarts Express and a logo, and then it's got in the zipper here in the front that opens all the way across, flat pocket. It's got the Hedwig special zipper pull, and then it's got a grab handle here on the front. So this bag is really, really spacious. It packs really nicely, and so far I am liking it as a potty needs bag. So here is the interior main compartment of the Zealous while empty. You have your 2 mesh pockets, and they are very wide and very deep. You have another 2 mesh pockets here that are not as deep, or I'm sorry, they're not as long as the front ones here. And then you have this really wide lengthwise pocket here in the back that is usually where the change pad that comes with the bag would go. That's where I had the large set piece and the medium set piece for the asthma stuff next to each other vertically. It's a really big pocket. You can see there, it just opens up really nicely. A computer would fit here back as well if you want to use this as a computer bag. I want to say probably up to a 15-inch would fit very comfortably in here. And the back of this bag is padded, so it would provide adequate protection for your computer if you were to use it for that purpose. And then here in the bottom is your padded bottom of the bag as well, and you can see just how spacious that is. This bag fits a ton, maybe even more so than the BRB, but definitely, if not more, than just as much. And then here on the side, just to show you, I do actually have PaciPod clipped to the bag. This is the matching PaciPod in the platform 9 3/4, and you can see it's got the star with the glasses, the scar, and the JuJuBe jewel here in the middle. And then it's got the Hegwig zipper pull. So in here, I actually, my son does use pacifier, so I actually do use it for that purpose. So I have a pacifier with the cap on one side, and then I have one of those chewable bead. This is actually a glow-in-the-dark. This is Chew Beads Baby clip for the pacifier on the other side. This is a pretty thick holder, so I only have one pacifier in here. I usually have another pacifier with another clip to his stroller, so this is kind of an extra one in case when he, I should say, inevitably drops the other one on the floor. If I were to have another thick clip like this, they do have thinner ones, I would be able to fit 2 PaciPods. This has a clip here on, or it's got elastics on both sides, so I would be able to fit 2 Pacis plus the clip just kind of stored in the middle here. No problem. These things are deceivingly spacious. So that is the Zealous. I think this is a fantastic bag. This is my second Zealous. I've had JuJuBe for years, but I have the Flying Keys Zealous, and then I have this one, and I really, really love this bag. I love the improvements that they made to this bag from the original one, and it is right now my go-to diaper bag for kind of an all-day thing. So that's it for the Zealous in the platform 9 3/4 print. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please hit like, and be on the lookout for more video uploads from me. I have a ton of other JuJuBe bags that I will be showing you how to pack for different things. So subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Thanks!